What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you guys about some Call of Duty in general, as today I wanted to discuss what is going on with Call of Duty YouTube. Now obviously we're all very much a part of the Call of Duty YouTube community, whether you're a creator, whether you're a viewer, everyone here is part of that sort of collective. Now this is coming from a tweet that I saw earlier today from Blame Truth, and I know a lot of you guys watch Blame Truth because I can actually see, like, the people who watch my channel, I can see who else they watch, and it's like Blame Truth, 402 Thunder, and Nero Cinema, so it's very content wise very much the same. But Blame Truth says this. I'm going to read you guys the tweet right now. He says, "Views are in the gutter for me and all other COD homies because there's just nothing fucking happening. There's no good news, just the occasional fuck up. I don't blame y'all one bit for checking out. I wish I had the power to make the game fun all year again, but I don't." Now I feel this. I genuinely feel this, because the way that sort of Call of Duty and Call of Duty on YouTube generally works is you have your initial period. So when the game first launches in October, November, that's when the views are the highest. So the views are at their peak. So that period in October, November, December, that's when the Call of Duty views are massive, because you get the initial game release and then you get the Christmas period as well. Everyone knows the December period is the best period for Call of Duty or any sort of YouTube on the platform in terms of viewers on YouTube and people watching and engaging and all this sort of stuff. December is your best period there. And then you get into your periods within January, February, and then usually around the January, February time you'd see a lull and then a spike in views in the February period. January is usually your lull, and then February, when you get your initial map pack or you get your season launches, that's when you see the views spike up as well. That hasn't happened here with Black Ops Cold War, especially here on YouTube for creators. It seems like now more than ever, people are less inclined to engage with content, watch Call of Duty content. In particular, the type of content that Blame Truth makes, I myself make, Nero makes, 402 Thunder makes, just that general content there. Where Call of Duty on YouTube is thriving is gameplay YouTubers, Warzone YouTubers, YouTubers that are showing people the best setup to run on their AK-74U in Warzone to get the best 1000 max damage, like all that sort of stuff. The people like me, the people like Blame Truth, the people who are doing the, I would say, somewhat traditional commentary, because it's not necessarily traditional commentary, would be getting a really good game and then talking about that game. That's what commentary was back in the day with like Modern Warfare 2, the original Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3 to somewhat extent, and then commentary eventually evolved into talking about the issues with the game or talking about the game in general, news, all this sort of stuff, where gameplay ended up being the background, where the main thing was the person who was talking and the person who is talking and voicing their opinions and all this sort of stuff. Nowadays with Call of Duty YouTube, that's sort of reverted back to what it usually is, where it's more personality and gameplay. So if you're really good at Warzone and you get world record squad wipes and you get all this sort of stuff, then those videos is what's most popular here on YouTube, because it caters to the casual audience. The type of content that you see here on the channel does not cater to the casual audience, because the casual audience doesn't want to hear about what's wrong with skill-based matchmaking, or the casual audience doesn't want to hear what's going on with Call of Duty YouTube or any of this sort of stuff, because they genuinely just don't care. And it's not their fault, it's just that they're that portion of the Call of Duty audience that doesn't engage with that type of content, whereas the gameplay YouTubers, the Warzone YouTubers, the best class setup sort of guys and those sort of things, they are the type of content that people are engaging with, and that is where YouTube and Call of Duty on YouTube is falling short, because it's not anymore a community of people. I would argue the old guard versus the new guard have absolutely no interaction and have absolutely no idea who each other are. Say for example, I would argue someone like maybe Drifter would be in that sort of middle ground, because not only did he come from the original Call of Duty YouTubers, he has now transitioned his content into being more sort of like Warzone, and his in-depth series sort of caters to every single audience, because not only the people who are the hardcore fans can look at and watch his videos and understand more about the weapons, but the casual audience can go in there and then they can understand the weapons to use in Warzone as well. And if you get what I'm saying here, there's a very much disconnect between the two different types of Call of Duty YouTubers, and there are two different types. There are the commentary YouTubers, which I'm a part of, and then there's the gameplay YouTubers, which is what the majority of the audience here on YouTube looks, listens, and watches as well. And it's honestly a shame that it's a shame in a couple of different reasons. It's a shame because I feel like the content that not only myself, but the content that a lot of the people like Blame Truth and Nero and 402 Thunder, and I'm sure there's a bunch of different ones out there that I'm just not naming right now. I'm sure that a bunch of these guys are creating content that are engaging, creating content that is real, and I think that's the main thing: real content, not filtered, not filtered behind the sort of Activision paywall and the Activision payroll sort of thing. And I feel like there's a real opportunity for more people to learn and understand Call of Duty in a way that watching gameplay YouTubers doesn't necessarily give you. Yes, you can watch a gameplay YouTuber and you can see how they play Warzone, and you can see how good their aim is, and you can see what sort of, where they drop, how they run the map, what loadouts they're using, all this sort of stuff. You can do that, but I feel like there's so much more to be learned when you watch people like Nero, when you watch people like Blame Truth, when you watch people like 402 Thunder, when you're watching these guys who aren't sort of, I guess, shackled by the idea that you might not be on Activision's payroll, you might not get a creator code, you might not be a COD partner anymore because you voice your opinions. And I think that's where the problem lies here with Call of Duty on YouTube. I think that the majority of people here watching and engaging with content do not have an idea on what is going on behind the scenes with Call of Duty. The casual audience doesn't know. I guess they don't necessarily know to the furthest extent about what skill-based matchmaking is, or the casual audience doesn't necessarily know that every single time that they purchase something on the store, they then get easier lobbies. And I don't think they also know that depending on who they're playing with will give them easier lobbies. And I also don't think they know about the problems with the attachments with Cold War weapons on Warzone. Do they necessarily know why that's happening there? Do they know about the problems on Cold War? I don't think they do. And I don't think they know about the problems as well with 6v6 in Cold War. No, they don't really give a shit that 6v6 has been lacking in content, that 6v6 only has 2 brand new maps and it's already halfway through the game's life cycle. And there's no innovation in 6v6, there's no brand new content, but they don't know that because they don't watch the content that will allow them to be educated in those fields. So it comes down to a multitude of different things. Call of Duty on YouTube on the surface can look like it's thriving, but for the majority of the creators here on the platform, it's not really. I mean, I can speak personally, like I took a week off YouTube because there was just nothing going on. Like there was nothing of importance, there was nothing that I could really make a video on, and there was nothing that I had any sort of drive to make a video on either. The only reason I'm making this video now is because I saw a tweet from Blame Truth and it sort of correlated to the feelings that I've been feeling within this past week. And I think that overall, I think that Call of Duty, just say for example, if Cold War was a genuinely fun, engaging game, I think that more and more people would be engaging with people like Nero, like Blame Truth, like 402 Thunder. I think that more people would be more inclined to listen on the problems with Cold War because it was a fun game. Cold War is not a fun game. It's not a game that sort of has a fantastic player retention. I feel like most people just go in Cold War to level up their weapons to then use in Warzone. So people don't necessarily care about that game, and the majority of the sort of commentary YouTubers are commentating on Cold War. They're not commentating on Warzone. Yes, you'll see a couple of videos here and there of me talking about Warzone, the problems of Warzone, all this sort of stuff, but it's not my main thing. My main thing is not Warzone. My main thing is the mainline Call of Duty games, that being Cold War, that being Modern Warfare, that being Black Ops 4, you know, the traditional Call of Duty games. And unfortunately now, the traditional is being thrown out the door. The new age is coming in. And if I'm honest, I don't know if I'm going to adapt. I don't know if I want to adapt either. And I don't know. You could see this video as complaining. You could see this video as me not wanting to change the content that I'm making here. But I don't know if I want to. I don't think that it would be genuine of me to all of a sudden my content just changes to this is the best MP5 class that you can use on Warzone, or this is the best Warzone game that I've ever played. Me and my squad got 50 kills, we got 5 wins in a row, this sort of bullshit. I don't want that, and I don't think a lot of people want that either. I feel like the subscribers that are here to watch and listen and engage in content surrounding Call of Duty without a filter. Because if I all of a sudden just stopped making videos talking about skill-based matchmaking, I all of a sudden stopped making videos talking about the problems with Cold War, the problems with Warzone, and then I just switched up and I was saying everything's fantastic. Cold War is great, the content on Cold War is fantastic, Warzone's great, Warzone's the best thing ever. It would be very, very disingenuous of me to do so just to get views. And honestly, I wouldn't trade the type of content that I make, the voice that I have, for views. And I think that speaks volumes for a lot of these other YouTubers on the platform as well that don't do this sort of OMG, I got this many kills and all this yada yada. Well, yes, that sort of stuff's cool to watch. That sort of stuff is what gets the views. For me personally, that's not what I want to do here. So that's what's sort of wrong with Call of Duty on YouTube. There's a disconnect. There's two different sides to this game now, and the side that's winning is the side that I don't want to see myself in, and I don't think a lot of other Call of Duty YouTubers want to see themselves in either. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. What do you think about Call of Duty on YouTube? What's the type of content that you engage with? I'd really like to see that as well. What type of content you guys engage with and that sort of stuff, to sort of gauge a wider spread, if you may. Click subscribe to this channel here to keep up with all the videos, and I've also launched a shorts channel, so it's Blank Online Shorts. I basically post like less than a minute clips of the videos you see here on the channel, so click subscribe over there. Views have been popping off there, so it'd be really appreciative if you go ahead and subscribe there as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Can't you see the bandage on my face? Wanna light the city, that's my place. Don't you touch the money, that's my case. Ride around the city like you know the place. Killing everybody like you know the base. Stealing all the cars, then you go race. Fucking everybody, you don't know the name.